Good morning, ma'am. My name is Santillan from BHHM 3B. So today I'm going to discuss the chapter 10, which is the title of Laws Regulating Restaurant and Other Tourism-Oriented Establishments. So we have here the learning objectives. First, to enumerate the responsibilities of a restaurant or similar establishment, and then identify the law that govern restaurant, caterers, bars, health and fitness clubs, spas, and entertainment outlets. And lastly, cite examples of issues and problems that may arise in restaurant, bars, and other tourism-oriented establishment. Then we have here the nature and description of business, a restaurant. So, ang restaurant kay it's establishment that offer the public refreshment or meals sa mga food para sa mga customers. And then bars and pubs may also be classified under this generic category. A department store is a store that sells or carries several lines or merchandise and that is organized into separate sections for the purpose of promotion, service, account control. And then shop is a small retail establishment offering a line of goods and services. And then sports and recreational club center is any establishment offering sports and recreational facilities to tourists and to the general public like gym, club, dance studios, theme park, cinemas and theaters, and concert hall fall under this category. And then museum is an institutional establishment where collections of valuable objects and artifacts on history and culture. And arts and sciences are put on exhibition for the general public. And then karaoke bar is any establishment offering karaoke and videoke facilities to tourists and to the general public. So, ana mo kanta-kanta. And then, a gallery is any establishment that has a formal space for exhibitions of painting, sculptures, prints, photographs, potteries, and mixed media works. So, like katong sa altura sa kinalasan nga floor. So, naa sila mga exhibit ato sa mga paintings. And then, tertiary hospital for the medical tourism. So, institution that provides clinical care and management as well as specialized and subspecialized forms of treatments, surgical procedures, and intensive care. Medical tourism involves traveling for the purpose of availing health care service or treatments of illness and health problems in order to maintain one's health and well-being. Then spa. So, establishment ni siya kay para establishment that has holistic approach to health and wellness, rest, and relaxation that aims to treat the body, mind, and spirit by integrating a range of professionals to registered health, wellness, fitness, and beauty, water treatment, and services. So, kanang plaza, kanang atbang cathedral, so na sila magpa-massage diha o kanang tahi di buhol. So, pwede mo makatreat sa inyong body, sa inyong huna-huna, o kanang sa inyong spirit. And then, so in Department of Tourism, the following are the minimum requirements that must be complied with for the operations. Like restaurant. So, ang restaurant kay locality and environs, including approaches, shall be proper in grades and egress. The facade and architectural features of the building shall be appropriately designed. There shall be an adequate, secured parking space. So, para maka-provide sa customer, so dili na sila maghasol o mangitag parking. And then, a waiting lounge with a telephone shall also be provided. So, kanang mudong kada na sa restaurant, so na kay waiting, kay og napay dagag customer sa sud, so ang mosunod nga mga customer, so nara sila kahuwatan. And then sports and recreational centers. These include theme parks and amusement parks. They also include health and other fitness establishments, Like spas are governed by different accreditation standard. And then museum, sa atbang ka ng plaza, so naday museum, the institution should be a member of the National Committee on Museum. The locality and environs including approaches should be pleasant with proper ingress and egress. The facade and architectural features should be appropriately designed. And then galleries. The gallery should be located in a commercial district with pleasant, formal atmosphere. It should be characterized by a fixed space for proper display of art works and should be used exclusively for galleries business. And then all sections of the gallery should be properly maintained and kept clean at all times. And then tertiary hospital for medical tourism. The minimum requirements for the operations of tertiary hospitals for medical tourism shall be based on the following criteria. First, the locations. So, dapat ang iyong locations, dapat accessible na siya sa tanan. And then, bedrooms must have adequately equipped suite at private rooms with 24-hour service of hot and cold running waters, showers and bathroom essentials, and then televisions, hot and cold drinking water, refrigerators, and 24-hour room services. And then we have front office receptions like kanang lounge, porter service, foreign exchange, overseas school facilities, receptions, amenities, and business center. So ang front office, so ana na mangutan ang mga guests o kung say dapat nilang buhaton o kung say ika-recommend ana. And then housekeeping. So ang housekeeping, dapat mukaan sila ka ng high quality sa ilang mga linen, mga towels, mga blankets, o sila po ng mukaan ng laundry, aga ng mga dry cleaning service. And then food and beverage. So dapat kuhaan na sila ka ng well-maintained and well-furnished restaurant. So standard includes room service, staff, and kitchen staff. And then engineering and maintenance. So sila ang mag-include sa ventilations, sa mga lightning, sa mga emergency power o in case nga mag-blackout or mag-burn out. O ganang sila po ang makuhaan sa mga waste disposal and management. And then general facilities. Sila ang makuhaan sa mga elevator for exclusive use of patients and service purposes of the hospital, parking or valet service, or kanang shop or 24-hour security service, transportation service, computerized billing system, and public washroom or waiting lounge. And then staff, so dapat professionally qualified sila, kanang courteous, kanang smart, efficient and trained staff wearing smart and clean uniforms. Interpreters of Nihongo, dapat ilang staff na maka-interpret sila sa Nihongo, Mandarin, Korean, and Cantonese o kanang uban pa. And must be available upon request. So, dapat ang staff available na sila o kanang nai-request ang mga customers or mga guests. And then, we have here the law governing casinos and gaming establishment. So, Section 1, Declaration of Policy. It is hereby declared to be the policy of the state to centralize and integrate all games of chance not herefore authorized by existing franchises or permitted by law in order to attain the following objectives. A. To centralize, to integrate the right and authority to operate and conduct games of once into one corporate entity to be controlled, administered, and supervised by the government. And then, second, to establish the operate clubs and casinos for amusement and recreation, including sports game like basketball, football, lotteries, and etc. And such other forms of amusement and recreation, including games of chance, which may be allowed by law within the territorial jurisdictions of the Philippines. And then we have the Section 2, the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporations. So, creation and purpose, to implement state and pursue the objectives set forth in the preceding sections. There is hereby created a body corporate to be known as the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. So, amo ng PAGCOR. So, ang PAGCOR is a government-owned and controlled corporations was established to regulate all games of chance in the Philippines. So it was born in 1976, created by then President Marcos to oversee the operations of gaming casinos, to generate funds for the governments, developmental projects, and to help curb illegal gambling. And then taxes and exemptions. So ang tanang importante for the sales and exclusive use for the casinos, the proper efficient management and administrations, such other clubs, recreation or amusement places, is to be established under the franchise, shall be exempt from the payment of all kinds of custom, duties, taxes, and other imposts, including all of fees, levies, or charge of any kind of natures, whether national or local. And then law regulating caterers. So a caterer is defined as a person or firm or association providing food and supplies and sometimes services for parties, weddings, and other social functions. A caterer is defined as provider of food and provisions. Like for example, kanang 1031. So, naka-event, so ato ra kanila mo tawag sa para sila mo cater sa imuhang kuan parties. And then there are two kinds of caterers services, on-premise caterers o off-premises. Ang on-premise catering is the type of catering the caterer has his own banquet hall with an attached kitchens or productions area. And then ang off-premise catering kay type of catering na sila pa ang mo-bring sa mga pagkaon. Ay sila pa mo-bring sa complete service to customers. It is kind of banquet operations that takes place in a venue chosen by a client or in an airline, boat or industrial site and other places. And then, these banquet services caters to various types of functions such as wedding, social events like parties like debut, anniversary, birthday, and so on. And then seminar, and then trade exhibit, and other events. And then we have there the role of local government units. So under the local government code, the responsibility for the provisions of basic services and facilities have been devolved to the local government units with the term of devolutions. So ang devolutions can refer to the act by which the national government confers power and authority upon the various local government units to perform specific functions and responsibilities. Laws regulating sale of alcohol. So we have here the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended by the Republic Act number 9334, December 24, 2004, has imposed excise taxes on the purchase of alcohol. The excise tax rates shall be based on the classifications of alcohol content as provided under the law. And then local government code. And then vandalism, malicious mischief. Article 327, who are liable for malicious mischief, any person who shall be deliberately cause to the property of another any damage shall be guilty of malicious mischief. And then poisoning, and then thief. So Article 308, who are liable for thief. Thief is committed by any person who intended to gain but without violence against or intimidations of persons, nor force upon things shall take personality, property of another without the letter's consent. And then that's all for my report in chapter 10. Thank you, ma'am.